Aces, the nut flush draw, backdoor low, backdoor other flush draw. This is just a bet, get it in here, I think. Here we got no real low going and spots middle pair, and he's potting it, and I'm just over it. This guy makes a small raise, which is interesting because a small raise typically signifies a set or the nut straight, but this hand's too powerful and he doesn't have that much money, so I'm going to go ahead and pile it in and see what happens. I've got plenty of equity even if he does have ace set or even 8-10 here with the two backdoor flush draws, backdoor low, the nut diamond draw. And actually I have his hand in really bad shape. He flops a pair of sevens with a king high flush draw, and I have aces and the nut flush draw, so I was in good shape there. Most hands that I have in the cut or the button, I'm always coming in for a raise. I'm rarely ever limping in these spots. So I'm going to go ahead and try and take a stab at it here. Bet something here, and I'm like, obviously if he raises, I'm just going away. I don't really like my low. He snap called, so now I have two pair and the nut heart blocker and a low draw, and I think I have the best hand, so I'm going to bet kind of hard and hope he goes away. Yeah. So what I think he has is ace 4 something. I think he has a hard time having me scooped here, so I'm going to go ahead and bet. But I don't mind checking and calling either. But we'll see. My read is he has ace 4. Well, and I actually have him scooped, which is great.
Probably had a 9 and like a worse ace 6 low, like a 4-6.
So let's see what he had here. We should always look and see what they have. And he snap called. He didn't even think about it. So that kind of tells me right there he's probably most good players at least think about it for a little bit. They don't snap call like that. So he had 2, 4, 8, 9. I'm not sure if you can see this. 2, 4, 8, 9 double suited. So he had top and bottom and a 4, 8 low draw, which I don't really like. The turn call, I would fold his hand on the turn, I guess. He has 2s and 9s and a 4, 8 low draw, and then he just snap calls the river. I don't know. I don't really like his line. I am not a fan.
That's what happens when you play those bad hands.
Yeah, I mean, if you play hands like that, you're just going to be in those spots where you have like a marginal high hand and a marginal low hand, and it's just the guy with the good low hand is just going to be free rolling you, or you're never going to know where you're at. So I don't really like his play. I kind of think he's not very good already. He's limping here, but well, I don't know. It's kind of early to judge that, I guess. So this is like a check call hand. I've got a gut shot, I've got a flush draw, and I've got a weak low draw, but it's an unraised pot, and I'm against this guy who I don't think is great. So I'm going to go ahead and call him once and see what happens. That's a good card for me. Now he's min raising. I don't even know what that means. So obviously we're calling. That's actually a horrible card for us because it brings a backdoor diamond draw. I'm not sure what to do now. And he full pots it. So full potting here is usually the nut diamonds and a low, a full house. It's just like I'm never getting more than half the pot here, and I'm getting scooped a lot, so I'm just going to have to fold. And I'm not sure what he has here. But I know that we're only getting half of the pot with that hand on that diamond river card that counterfeits our low. So, and just move on. Sometimes I open hands like these on the button just as a steal and kind of keep balancing my range of when I actually have good hands and see what happens. Here I've got aces with one suit and a wheel card, and I can 3-bet to 32, which is a good amount. Get this limper out of there and see what happens. So maybe we can get in a lot of money against seat 4. In position, where I kind of know what he has. Most players here have like the ace wheel type hands, maybe kings on a low or something when they're potting. So we have the nut blocker, which doesn't really mean a lot, but when he only has that much money left. However, yeah, but but even I mean, we're just going with it. If he has a 5, then nice flop, buddy. I'm just not. The pot's $60. He's got 110. I'm just getting it in here every time, basically. If he has a 5, then nice hand. Well played. Here I didn't get a chance to raise with aces double suited because I got limpers and I didn't really like it that much, so I'm just going to check fold, and hopefully this guy just gets it in with a pair of queens and ace queen. He has a really good premium hand. I actually like his hand better than mine pre-flop, but when I can get that much money in, I like my hand better. So that's kind of a cooler. I don't know. I'm representing aces though. I mean, I'm full potting his raise and I'm potting the flop. So either I have trips or aces, or I'm not sure if I would have went with his hand there. I'm not sure. I think it's a fold. Here we have a good hand, and the this guy who's not very good, I think, limp. So we're gonna just put a raise in here. This is kind of a deceptive hand that you can hit sometimes. The double suited high double pair hand, tens are better. This is.
How come you don't full pot it with the ace 2 6 7?
I don't think I'm full potting anything unless I'm opening. Like. I don't think I'm full potting anything actually. I rarely bet the pot online unless I know that I'm getting value and I'm getting called, or that's just what I think to be the right play. My bets are usually less than the pot. Okay, so now we flopped middle pair with the nut low draw, and I'm hoping I can get seat 4 out of here. And I would play for stacks with seat 1, but if seat 4 raises, I'm not sure what I'm going to do now. I'm going with it now, no matter what turn card comes, based on his stack size, and I'm hoping that I am in okay shape here. He's actually got me in bad shape. Yeah, he had me in bad shape. He had a pair of 9s with a nut low draw and a 9 high flush draw, so I like his hand better. I was fortunate to get that run out. I would say he was probably 63% on that flop, which is pretty good shape for plo8. He had a better pair, he had a flush draw, and he had the same low draw. But I had a backup low draw, and obviously that's what helped. So, as you can see, the low hands really charge this game and really are the ones that can bet. The high hands are kind of at the mercy of the low, especially in pot limit when there's a low draw out there or when there's a low out there. Let me see who this is. Obviously, we're going to raise the limper here. Try and take a shot at it now. Maybe bet just a little over half the pot. There's no sense in really betting much more, I guess. We'll see what happens. He raises huge. I hate his bet sizing. He doesn't need to raise that much on that type of board. It's paired and there's a flush out there. Like I don't like his play, so whatever. He didn't need to raise that much to find out the same information, and I highly doubt he was bluffing there. So I don't like his play. I don't like his bet sizing, I guess you could say. This guy raises under the gun. We've got him posting again. He didn't wait for his big blind, which is okay, I guess. Let's see. And he 3-bets small, so he's looking to get it in, it looks like to me. Let's see. He's leading into us. We're just done with his hand. Middle pair, just done with that. And This is min raise. This is probably a fold. This is garbage. This is double suited garbage. It's not really, doesn't really make a lot. Well, I would have made something there. We'd have the nut flush draw and a pair of kings and some kind of crappy low, but it's all right. So the notes that you make online, I think, are similar to live, but they're a little different. I think that you can get reads on people by their bet sizing and by how quickly they bet. It's something that I can't really describe.